So what makes New Japan so exciting?
Listen, I'll put it in very simple terms, yeah. You like theatre, go and watch WWE. If you're a fat nerd who can't talk to girls, go and watch AEW.
Wow.
But if you want to watch the real stuff, New Japan Pro Wrestling, this where it at. NJPW World, tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view.
You're already throwing down with your mouth, my friend.
Exactly. Come on now.
What in a great value version of MJF is this? Seriously. Look, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know who this Gabe W guy is. I haven't watched New Japan for quite some time. I'll see a match or two here or there, whatever. But it's normally of people that I know of, like John Moxley or maybe Eddie Kingston or somebody like that. But at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on over there. But I do know that for the most part, they take wrestling serious. I'm assuming that this is a work. I'm like almost 100% sure that it's the work. He's trying to get his character over, whatever. And even if it's not, oh well. I'm not going to sit here and complain about him sitting up here talking about the wrestling business. But I do have to say this. It's going to hurt him. We all know how petty Tony Khan is. And again, maybe this guy knows for a fact. I don't ever want to go to AEW, but we don't know how much better AEW is going to be years from now. That's where I have this whole problem of like, yeah, that's what the fans are for. That's what we're for. Is for the criticism. And I'm not saying that only fans can criticize AEW. I'm not saying that. Because obviously you have the Bully Rays of the world, you know, other wrestlers. But when you're on a platform, you're on a news channel, trying to promote New Japan Wrestling, and you go out here and you're literally bashing another professional wrestling company. Because remember what he said about WWE. WWE, he said, you want theater, you go to WWE. That's not a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about how, WWE isn't theater. Yes, it is. Pro wrestling should be theater. That's not an insult. I don't know if he tried to. It didn't even seem like he even meant that as an insult, to be honest. But this is the social media problem that we have. Is that we have the Gabe W's of the world, that they try and do everything for clout. To me, this is nothing more than a clout chase. That's it. You want to know why? Because there's plenty of people that were like, and me including myself, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I know who the fuck this dude is. But me included, we're sitting here like, I didn't know who this guy is. Now we know who Gabe W is. You want to know why? Because he is now the guy that has come on record in front of national television, I guess now worldwide television, and bashes another wrestling company. Not only does he bash AEW, but he bashes the fan base, fam. Are you kidding me? This is the problem with social media. Because pro wrestling, I'm not going to say pro wrestling shouldn't have social media and blah, 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 whatever. Like, you do what you do. Like, I'm somebody that lives on social media too. So I get it. But there has to be some kind of conscience that says, hey, look, maybe I shouldn't be attacking AEW's fan base while I'm on national television promoting a wrestling company. Because you do realize that a lot of the same AEW fans that you just bashed and called them fat and can't get chicks and whatever. I don't know if you know this or not, but they were New Japan fans before AEW. Like, he had me in the first half. He really did. He had me in the first half because he's talking about WWE theater, and if you watch a little bit before this clip, he's talking about wrestling and how much how much he loves it. And then you get to this whole AEW part, and it just came so out of left field. And again, I get it. It's a work. He's just in character. He's trying to be funny. He's trying to be shocking. But fam, do we really have to do this right now? Kicking AEW pretty much while they're down. Like, look, I know that later on down the road, he'll probably look back at this and say, yeah, that was a clip that got me famous. That was a clip that got me a bunch of notoriety, a bunch of followers. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt he'd be doing that. And you want to know why? I highly doubt that in the future he'll be looking back at this and saying, man, I'm glad I did that. It's because he'll start to see the big bags that they're getting in AEW. He'll start this, and again, that's not a reason to go to AEW unless that's your goal. But I assume if you're sitting out here trying to chase clout and trying to be edgy, trying to be cool because it's the cool thing to bash on AEW, you got to remember, fam, you're in the business. And also, later on down the road, you may need an AEW. And even if not, let's remember, there's AEW talent in New Japan. And they're wrestling what, tomorrow? Or I guess would be tonight. I don't know. You're going to have to come in contact with those guys. And you're going to have to answer them as to why you would say something like that. Why you would bash this very same people that put money in their pockets, that feed their families. Again, maybe the AEW guys, the Eddie Kingstons of the world, the John Moxleys of the world are in on the joke or in on this whole work. I don't know. Maybe I could be overreacting. But like I said, I don't think a Tony Khan is going to find that funny. I don't think a Tony Khan is going to really take that as, oh, it's just a work or whatever. Yeah, he's bashing the people that are paying our fucking bills. Give me a break. Give me a break. So now, instead of Edge coming out there on Dynamite, we're going to start getting Swerve out there, opening promo, talking about AEW's fine. Yeah, we definitely need that right now. We definitely need that right now in AEW. Let me just tell you guys something real quick. Because I do want AEW to succeed. Me as a fan of wrestling, I am a fan of theater, which is why I kind of got mad at, which is why I did that video a couple weeks ago about Tony Storm and the whole go watch a fucking movie. Really? Because all pro wrestling is supposed to be theater. In a way. I know a lot of people are going to get mad as soon as I say that. But in a way, it is supposed to be theater. Literally. You go and watch a Broadway show and then go to a WWE event or go to any pro wrestling event. It's kind of the same thing. Again, in a way. But the fact that Gabe W is going to sit up here on this platform, which is probably his first big platform to be honest, and to spew this shit out about AEW and their fan base. Kicking AEW while they're down. AEW right now has no leg to stand on. Because everything that's happening right now, all the talk with AEW has all been negative. Nothing AEW is doing right now is helping their case. The low numbers ain't helping their case in terms of viewership. The low attendance numbers ain't helping. The bad promos from Mercedes Moné, who, by the way, let's remember, y'all, she's been with the company for almost 3 months and has yet to wrestle a single match. I think we might have ourselves at least in terms of the in-ring, CM Punk on our hands. But nonetheless, Mercedes Moné and her bad promos ain't helping the case. And now you have this hashtag going around with Mercedes Moné and have Mercedes Moné and Willow hashtag whatever to main event Double or Nothing. In your dreams, that ain't happening. Not giving Big Cass a serious push. And yes, I did call him Big Cass because I know his name's Big Bill, but he'll always be Big Cass to me. Not giving him a big push. A serious big push. I was watching Collision the other night, and this dude showed up in a squash match. And I'm like, what? Why is he in a squash match on Collision? What are we doing here, AEW? You know what else isn't helping her case? Swerve as your transitional world champion when you could have kept it on Samoa Joe. again, that's a whole rabbit hole. That's a story. That's a whole argument for another time. I get it. But none of this stuff is helping AEW's case. And then you have guys from other companies. They already got beat down by WWE WrestleMania weekend. Actually, technically, from Royal Rumble weekend all the way through WrestleMania weekend, got their ass handed to by WWE. Handed to. Twice. Over. If you really want AEW to succeed, fam, stick to the criticism. And I'm not just talking about Gabe W, but I'm talking about the Gabe W's of the world. The people that want to come out, because we are very critical of AEW. We're very critical of wrestling in general. I'm about to come out with a video, or if I don't do a live stream, but I'm about to come out with a video here soon about the decision to put Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul in a title match. So don't get me wrong, we can all be, we can all criticize these companies and criticize the product that we're paying for and watching, and that we love. First and foremost. But fam, you're not gonna sit here and let me you're not gonna sit here and let me watch this dude call AEW's fan base, and I get that that's a stereotype, fat, sloppy, but that's a stereotype for all wrestling fans, to be honest. Is fat, sloppy, can't get a girl, blah blah blah. It's simply not true. It's a stereotype. I mean, yeah, we get it. It's a stereotype, but it's simply not true. There's plenty of AEW fans, and I'd probably say most AEW fans are normal fucking people, and we like professional wrestling. We are just unhappy with the product that they're giving us week after week after week, and it has now turned into years. But what do I know? You guys can keep listening to the John Campea of wrestling fandom, Sean Ross Fab. I don't care. But anyways, man, let me know what you guys think, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Corn, and I am OUT.